Hey guys, it's Joe the Android guy with Pocketnow, and today I'd like to show you something really cool. It's Waze. Now you're saying, wait a minute Joe, I know all about Waze. You've shown that to us before, and yes I have. But today I get to show you Waze version 3.0, the next big thing, and it's amazing. Let's go take a look. Okay, so if you're not familiar with what Waze is already, head over to Pocketnow.com. You can read up on what it is and why it's so cool. This, however, is version 3.0. Actually, it's 2.99.999 point something or other. It's not quite 3, because 3 isn't available yet. This is going to be a first-hand look at what 3.0 is going to give us, but the version that you get in the market, by the time this video airs, you'll have that version available to you, is just a little bit rough around the edges, so don't think badly of it for that. Let's go ahead and take a look. First of all, we've got the widget. This widget knows where I am, and it knows pretty well where I'm going to be going next. It also knows what the traffic conditions are, so it says, hey, I'm going to be at work in 7 minutes if I drive now. Now, this widget hasn't changed from the last version to version 3. Same thing, same thing. Really kind of cool. We'll go ahead and drive, which is going to launch the app. First thing you're going to notice if you've used Waze on a Galaxy Nexus, which this is, that splash screen no longer has the bars. It fits perfectly on your screen. The second thing, hey, look at this. We got police visible out there. Great. We'll close that. The first thing you're going to notice is there's a lot less stuff on the screen. Remember that Waze bar that sat on the top that had your points and whatnot in it? Well, not anymore. Now it's got your next turn and the street that you're going to turn on, how far it is to get there, just like you'd expect from a GPS nav app. Down here on the bottom, shows your speedometer. How fast are you going according to the satellites? That can come in handy because, well, frankly, my speedometer's off by about 3 miles per hour, so now I can know really how fast I'm going. If you switch tires out on your car to a different size, that'll do that kind of stuff for you. Anyway, let's move right along. It says that I've got about 2.3 miles to go to work. It's going to take me about 7 minutes. I should get there at 1750 hours. It respects the time format that I have. Right up here you can see I've got that set up as my clock, 24-hour clock. It's something I like. So let's say I'm driving along and I want to report something, like, I don't know, a traffic jam. Down here I've got this report button. I can tap on that and get all of these things. Now, as soon as I tap that, it remembers where I am, so I can take a little bit of time to report some of this stuff. Let's say I want to report a police trap. Go ahead and do that. If he's hiding, I can tap that. If he's visible, I can tap that. Type in any details, or hey, use this, like, let's say he's hiding behind the bush, and this hiding behind the bush. So it took a little bit more time to do that, a couple more taps than what I'd like to see, but now I've got a voice recording. Unfortunately, it's a voice recording and not a voice dictation. Hiding behind the bush. So just like that, great, I've got it, and it even got so just. If I were driving, I'd be able to do that very easily. I can say if it's in my lane or if it's in the other lane, I can even take a picture. And these buttons are all very large, very, very finger friendly. Now, I don't want to do this, so I'm not going to report it. We'll go ahead and close out of that. Same thing goes if there's a traffic jam, hazard, there's a map issue, if you want to check in with Foursquare or just chit chat. If you've got an accident, you can report that too. Now this is just reporting to other Wazers, not reporting to the police. That integration hasn't come yet. I hope it does eventually. But over here on the other side is your menu button. Tap that to get to your menu. How do I know it's your menu? Well, if you come down here and tap menu, it brings you to the same place. You can stop navigation. Say you need to go in and get a soda. You can stop your navigation and then resume it. You can choose different routes. You can mute or unmute your navigation. Navigate, actually drive, and they chose this really kind of cool air freshener thing. You can look at the reports around you. My Waze, which is your reports and settings and yada, 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 all that cool stuff. Share this, kind of high billing for a share, but hey, okay, it's better than we had before. Global settings, and then if you want to turn it off. There's a couple other things that you can do here. If you grab this and pull, you can get right into the share information about your traffic jam. Well, I'm not in a traffic jam, I'm going to turn that off. If you go the other way with this button, it brings up the navigate screen where you can type in where you want to navigate to. Here it knows I've got home and work, and I can set another favorite if I want in there. I can use the voice dictation to type in what I want, so let's do this. Weber State University. And it does that pretty good. Apparently Weber State and Weaver State sound the same, so I'd have to go in and correct that. But overall, very good. It does a very decent job with voice recognition. There's a new kind of waiting, thinking thing where you've got some Waze cars driving around in the bubble. So they've done a good job customizing and optimizing this for their brand. There's my navigation search, so relatively fast. It says it's 9.5 miles away. And now it shows me a map, and I can either add that as a favorite place or just, hey, I just want to go, because I know that's the right place by looking at that mini map. Here we go. I can close this, I can go, which is the default action, or I can choose routes if I want to choose an alternate route. Overall, very cool. So yeah, I like that. Let's go ahead and choose that one, and it'll direct me there. Very cool. Shows me how long it's going to take to get there, when I'm expected to get there, and how long in distance it is to get there as well. Of course, all of these are in my preferred units, so if you're different, you can be different. That's cool. You can set it up however you want. Now, this is, like I was saying, not Waze 3.0. Not yet. This version that I'm trying is a pre-release. It's version 2.9.999 point something. So still a little bit of stuff that they need to do around the edges of this. But by the time you watch this video, Waze version 3.0 should be available. It is free in the Android market. Very neat, very cool. A long needed update to the interface and just the overall look and feel. It's very nice, it's clean, it's crisp, and it gives a lot of cool new stuff. There's even more stuff in here you can search based on check-ins and just lots and lots of social stuff in addition to the just reports and whatnot that we had before. Really cool. Give it a try. I think you'll love it, and if you don't, let me know why down in the comments below. Again, this has been a first look at Waze version 3.0 for Android. Speaking for Pocketnow, I'm Joe the Android Guy.